piece. And then we should be winding down towards the award ceremony and the final conclusion, inshallah. John?
Thank you very much, everybody, and fantastic to see so many people support the community radio station. It's always good to see. There's so many things that have been said this evening. I'm ticking the box. Yes, that's why we do this. That's why we do this. One thing I'd say, first of all, I hope everybody's warming up at the moment. But remember, people can't get out in this weather, and radio is that essential bridge to provide companionship and information and support for people who maybe don't access digital services. Despite what I'm going to tell you in a second, I don't believe that everything should be digital. I think we should. The AM service we're going to need for much, much longer. Not everybody can afford digital access, apps and smartphones. Not everybody wants them. So we need the traditional radio platforms as well. So despite that, I'm here to talk about the new digital DAB platform for Leicester, which is the Leicester Digital Partnership, which was formed by 5 of the community radio stations in Leicester, including Eagle FM, Takeover Radio, Leicester Community Radio 2, Color Radio, and where's one out? Shouldn't be far. Too Funky, Radio 2 Funky. And we came together to form a not-for-profit company to bid for the licence to run what's called a multiplex for Leicester, where we can have up to 20 new digital stations. So you have to have a DAB radio to go on it. Radio Seerah is one of our supporters for this, and we provide free access for the community radio stations that do training and access. So the kind of work that Radio Seerah does, we've got this platform where you don't have to pay anything. We just get you on air. It's another platform that allows people to hear your content. The quality is smoother than FM or AM. So hopefully you'll notice that if you're driving around, if you're lucky enough to drive around in a newer car and you've got a DAB radio, hopefully you'll notice that as you're listening at home or driving about. Just check if you got the. Do you want to just flick through the slide for a second because I can't remember what's coming up next. So there's the stations. Go on to the next one. And what we do, it's a bit like it's one transmitter, and I've got a picture of it in a second just to show you how it works. It's a transmitter that has 20 stations off the same signal. So it's a bit like a pipe. Whereas traditionally radio stations have each had their own transmitter, this allows you to group all of those signals together into one transmission, so it's just from one location. And it covers, this is what we think the coverage of Leicester is going to be. It doesn't quite get out far enough for us, and we're going to try and ask Ofcom at some point. And with your support, if you live on the edges of the city, or you know people who live on the edges of the city, we need to know what the reception's like and where the demand is for people to increase this. But your AM signal for Radio Seerah should cover this. And it's amongst the big kind of regional set of these multiplexes, these areas of broadcast. So Coventry's now got one, and Rutland and Melton will be getting one, so they kind of can't overlap too much, but it's like a jigsaw piece. Go on to the next one. We'll do the next one, that one's a bit boring. And so we're based, the transmitter's now been installed, it was switched on Wednesday. And if you tune in and rescan your, how many people here have got a DAB radio? Just put your hand up for me so it's not that many, not yet. But retune your DAB radio and you can listen to me 24 hours a day talk about how wonderful DAB radio is. While we're testing the signal, we've just got this as a loop going through. It's like 10 minutes long. But if you want to go to sleep to it, I'm sure it will work wonders. What we'll be doing on the 19th, I think Sunday the 19th of March, we'll be going live with our stations. So one of the first stations, that'll be in the first batch, is going to be Radio Seerah on the DAB platform as well. Just do the next one. And so there's some benefits. As I say, it's not for profit, and any profits that are generated, any surpluses, go back to supporting community radio, the community radio stations, making them more accessible. Next one. Carriage, so we give free carriage for the high social gain stations and subsidised carriage for the other community radio stations. And we also provide space for other commercial providers to come into Leicester to provide new services as well. So hopefully opening up, and Leicester is one of those, it's probably, when I've looked at the other DAB places that have opened up around the country, we've got a lot of what we call like jukebox stations, hits from the 90s, hits from the noughties. And it's like all the same kind of music that's being played everywhere else. Leicester's going to be very different. We're going to have a lot of stations that are based around identity, are based around language, based around cultural differences, not just hits from the 90s, that kind of stuff. There's plenty of people doing that. I think Leicester will be very good for that. So we're looking forward to it, and hope you all tune in, and have a wonderful evening, and thank you again for letting us speak.